So I'm going to work on one of my favorite subjects, a mermaid. And this is part of the design, a steering wheel, and the mermaid's going in the middle of that steering wheel. So I'm going to show on this video how I colored in the mermaid, and I actually first have to remove some of the pencil line, which is what I just did there with a kneaded eraser. And I'm starting out using my Tombow pens, which I really love using because you can do a nice thin outline and then put in the water to get the watercolor effect. But when I continued working with the Tombow pens, although they worked quite well for part of this illustration, I wasn't really satisfied with the color and the coverage in the larger areas. So what I ended up doing is I ended up switching to Prismacolor pencils, and I actually had to go out and buy the color I needed because I didn't have it here. So I got some nice new Prismacolors. The hair came out great. That's what I'm doing right there, using the Tombow pens, and the lobster came out great. And this is the lighthouse, and that also worked very well with the Tombow pens. But what I didn't like was the flesh color. I don't really have a good flesh color in the pens. So that's the part that I ended up later on going over with my Prismacolor pencils, as well as the water behind the mermaid. So I'm going to stop talking now and let you watch the process, and then I will join you at the end of the video. probably one of my all-time favorite parts of doing a face is putting the detail in on the eyes, which is what I'm doing here. Putting in the pupil, and I put an outline on the top lid and put some eyelashes in, and that really makes the face come to life. I love doing it. I love making a face. Now, the tail, I used my oil pastels on the tail. I didn't have a color pencil that would work well, and I didn't have a pen that worked well, but I knew I had this beautiful color in the oil pastels. So this illustration is a combination of the pens, Prismacolor pencils, and oil pastels, and I'm using my handy tool that I believe is called a color shaper, and I'm just getting the edges nice and clean. And then, as always, I'm going to use my finger to smooth out that beautiful oil pastel. I was really happy with the way that came out. That worked great on the tail, but for her bathing suit top, I had to use two different colored Prismacolor pencils and overlap them. And it was easy to do because they're so small. Those little sections there that I had to do. And I was very happy with the way it came out. So I'm just finishing up the broad top there, and I think the colors balanced out really nicely, and I wanted to show you my design on a couple of different colors, which will be soon for sale on my Spoonflower shop, and the link is on my YouTube channel. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.